Alright, it is December 9th, Saturday. Well, hello, girl. Me and Crystal just kind of hanging out. Rainy, dreary day. It's not raining right now, but it's wet and damp. You can see the garage floor sweating. It's warmer than it should be this time of year. It makes my floor sweat. But the 3-inch exhaust is done on this. I think I'm going to like it. I think I'm going to drive it more just because it sounds so much better. It got to where I did not like the sound of it. Got some chrome tips coming all the way out the back. I'm thinking that the sound coming all the way out the back instead of right about here is where I had it. Originally, when these cars had duals, it turned down behind the rear tire. And last time I did exhaust, that's the way it was done, but it tends to keep the noise under the car. So got rid of that. After I got the exhaust on 2 weeks ago, I realized that this side header was leaking bad. These are 3-piece headers, 3 pieces on each side. First 2 pipes are connected all in one piece all the way out the collector, and the last 2 pipes towards the rear of the engine are slip joint. Meaning they go on separate, and slip joint headers tend to leak. On this one, here's how I took care of that. First of all, since 68 Torinos never came out with a 429, there are no exact fit headers for this. These headers are for a 71 Mustang or Torino with a 429. So I had to reroute all these, if you remember back when I redid this engine. And that was leaking right here where the joint slips together. You can see I got a stainless steel clamp on it. They were a little bit short, so I took all that off, extended that so that the slip joint goes in there a little deeper. And to seal it up, I got some header wrap used as a gasket wrapped around it, and these clamps are around it. This is just a stainless steel clamp from Home Depot. And on this other one, I don't know if you can see it right there, that is a stainless steel clamp from Summit. And actually, these guys from Home Depot work just as well, and they don't take up as much room. I bought 4 in case I need them for the other side, but turns out some of this stuff right here seems to be working for now. I just spread it around it. But here's what the clamps look like. These guys are here. One thing you gotta look out for, this is for when you have a flange to where your 2-inch exhaust will slide into a oversized and it slides inside of it. I wanted one that was straight across, but they seem to work. I used the header wrap as kind of a gasket and it seemed to seal it up pretty good. But it turned out pretty nice. Let's see, get my light here. Again. Just give you a little peek under here. Looks all nice and shiny now. And I can't feel any leaks all the way back. Got the hush thrush, which some people say are power robbers, but I think it'll have enough power to get me down the road. If I want to take it to the track, I'll uncap it, because like I said, I don't like driving quiet cars down a drag strip anyway. And I doubt I'll take this to the track anymore. I may play with it, I don't know. It would be nice to see what it runs now that the transmission is fixed and it's got a better converter. Stuff like that. And a better cam. Trying not to make this video too shaky. I'm dragging this light around with me. And there's what it looks like under there. Now these exhaust tips, I bought those 15 years ago. I was going to have chrome tips coming out behind the rear tire. And I ordered them and I decided not to cut them up to do that. And I'm glad I didn't, because that worked perfect for this setup. It's a little tight. A little close to the gas tank there, but it doesn't hit, doesn't rattle. They don't get that hot by the time you get back here. I've already let it set and run for quite a while. Not an issue. Now it's quiet enough to where I could hear a rattle, and I fixed one of them. I had a rattle whenever I drop it in gear. the side package tray here would rattle. I stuffed a little cardboard back there. I'm still hearing something. It sounds like it's coming from the trunk. I think it's my return line laying in the bottom of the tank, the fuel return line. I think it's laying in the bottom of the tank, making that noise. Well, talk to me, girl. Okay, so I guess you're tired of hearing me talk and you want to hear this thing run. Should be warm enough to start right back up. Definitely a lot quieter in here if you shut the door, which we're in a building too, you gotta remember that. I'm just wondering how loud it'll be going down the freeway. That's what used to really get on my nerves. I want it quiet enough for a stereo, so, but don't know. I do have to admit, I love the sound of that idle coming out the rear. Sounds nice and crisp with no leaks. I got one very tiny leak right there. I have no gas in the car right now, believe it or not. None of the others leak, just that one. I had machined those surfaces on the header flat, and that allowed me to do that. But I do feel a little bit of exhaust blowing out of here. So that would make a slight kick. That is definitely better than it was. Moisture on my screen now. But that is going to be a lot more pleasant to drive. Here's some rattle in the pipes. I'll work with that later. So that's all of that. And that universal kit I bought, you get quite a bit of stuff with it. Let's see, this isn't part of it. It's part of a DIY header kit I bought a long time ago, and I used some pipe to do that. But as you can see, got some pieces left over. Got an over 90 piece. For some reason, one side going over the rear axle was required one of these, and the other side required a 90 to work out right. But I got one of those, and this kit also has an H pipe, which I did not go with. I may try that. Let me test that out later. Not going to do it for now. But that's all for the exhaust. Hopefully we'll get a dry day here soon, and we'll take it down the road, and that'll tell me whether I really like it or not. But one winter project out of the way, and we got to get the Fairlane in here, and I'm going to redo the headers on it. They're getting in bad shape too. So thanks for watching.